Good evening, Kutztown. I'm Diana Minogue. Coming up in the newscast, Kutztown hosts a high school band competition, and the Love Your Body event celebrates everyone's uniqueness.
And I'm Jeff DePalma with a preview of KU football team's game this Saturday and an update on women's volleyball. We also have Casey Montague with your Kutztown weather forecast. So Newsbreak begins now.
This past weekend, Kutztown's University Field hosted the 2013 U.S. Bands of Pennsylvania State Championships. 14 of the best high school marching bands in the state competed against one another and were judged on music, percussion, visual ensemble, color guard, and overall effect. After the high school bands performed, the Kutztown Marching Band performed an exhibition before the award ceremony that night. The event was largely successful due to the generosity of so many Kutztown volunteers. Mechanicsburg Area High School walked away with the highest numerical score of the night at 90.563, and several other schools also placed first in the competition for outstanding achievement in all the various categories. Congratulations to all the bands that performed that night. Love Your Body Day, a nationwide annual event put on by the National Organization of Women. The Women's Center on campus hosts the event every October. Men and women attended to promote a positive body image for all. There was a guest speaker from Planned Parenthood, as well as an award-winning storyteller from Kutztown University.
The message we want people to come away with is that your body is exactly the way that it's supposed to be. We have yoga, we have elbow moting, we have massages, we have popcorn, we have facials, we have oneness blessings, we have a lot of free chocolate, so that people can come and appreciate themselves and have fun and just bring positivity to campus.
When I started researching about what Love Your Body Day really is and looking at the website and how it's dispelling all of these false aspirations, when you look at the media, there's no way that any of us can really achieve that. Even if we feel like we've dieted to the point of we've got that perfect body, like I said in the presentation, we're not followed with someone who has an airbrush who can fix whatever tiny imperfection we might still have.
Tonight, the Oxfam organization here at Kutztown is hosting its World Food Day dinner. The mission of Oxfam is to combat poverty and hunger in third world countries, and the dinner seeks to promote not only awareness of this issue, but also gratitude for the abundance that we enjoy in our relatively wealthy nation. All food served at this dinner will be prepared using the GROW method, which encourages environmentally friendly and ethical vegetarian fare. Even if you can't make tonight's dinner, Oxfam is always looking for new members, and it's easy to join and help to make a difference. Meetings are on Tuesdays at 6 p.m. Contact Senior Megan Susie for more information. Come see the Rocky Horror Picture Show tomorrow night at 7:30 in the MSU Multipurpose Room. Costumes will be provided, and prop bags will also be provided. So Jeff, are you going to see the Rocky Horror Picture Show?
Well, of course I am. And you know what? Newsbreak's own Kyle Ashenfelder will actually be performing in the show, so I can't wait to see him.
I'm excited to see him and everyone else, so good luck to everyone there. And we'll be right back after these messages.
Mic check. Airing Wednesdays at 8 p.m. and Fridays at 1 p.m.
Be sure to tune in Tuesday evenings at 7 p.m. to catch co-hosts Devin Raventoss and Eddie Rishid as they travel around the Berks County and Lehigh Valley area, exploring some great places to visit. Camera One re-airs Wednesdays at 7:30 and Fridays at 12:30. Don't miss it!
So despite the rain this morning, it turned out to be a nice fall day, didn't it?
Actually, yeah, it did. And you know what? I really hope it actually stays nice like the rest of the week.
Let's head over to Casey Montague to find out what's happening in the weather this week.
Thanks, guys. Good evening, Kutztown. Despite the rain this morning, it turned out to be a nice fall day. We had a high of 61 today. Tonight it will be getting colder and we'll be dropping down to 36 degrees. Tomorrow we will have a 30% chance of rain with a high of 53 and a low of 31. Now for your 5-day forecast. On Wednesday we'll have a 30% chance of rain with a high of 53 and a low of 31. So be sure to bring those umbrellas with you to class on Wednesday. Thursday and Friday, it will be getting a bit chillier out with a high of 52 and a low of 28, so be sure to bundle up on those days. On Saturday, we'll have a high of 52 and a low of 36, and on Sunday, a high of 54 and a low of 32. Hope you guys have a great rest of the week, and back to you guys.
Thanks, Casey. On October 12th, a rape was reported to campus police. After examining the evidence, the incident was determined to be unfounded, and the case was closed. Remember to keep the safety of our friends and ourselves in mind at all times, especially at night. Always walk with a friend and be aware of your surroundings. So homecoming is upon us. One of the most exciting parts of homecoming is crowning our annual king and queen. The members of this year's homecoming court are Jade Cortez, Lynn Diaz, Janine Gaeta, Kelly Hudland, Megan Maris, Casey Steiner, Mary Grace Walsh, and Audra Widener for homecoming queen, and Aaron Brous, Matt Frizzalone, Benjamin Hoffman, William Houlette, Nicholas Mbezi, Michael Lawrenson, Tim Polt, and Tim Suter for homecoming king. Log on to OrtSync anytime between now and Wednesday of this week to cast your vote for the 2013 KU homecoming king and queen. Then come on out to support our boys and meet the court at halftime at the game. Thursday night will also feature the Rockin' Alumni Showcase at 7:30 p.m. in Schaefer Auditorium, with performances by former Fleetwood Mac member Rick Vito, the Lucky Devils, and Mark Wayne Glassmeyer. If you have not yet experienced the newly renovated auditorium, come pick up your tickets at the McFarland Student Union and join us this week. You know, Jeff, it'll be the first KU homecoming for both of us this year.
You know, yeah, and I'm really excited. I'm especially excited to see how our football team reacts to the expectedly large crowd. But you know what? Coming up next in sports, I'm actually going to take a look back at this past weekend to see the football game, as well as an update on field hockey and soccer. And actually, we'll be right back. Can we please redo that? Can we please redo that? I feel really bad. I feel really bad. Dude, it was bad. I looked at the wrong camera.
I did too.
Kutztown University, the place you chose to spend your college days. Friendships began, memories were made, and dreams achieved on graduation day. Time moves on, new faces come and go, but one thing remains: you can always come back home.
Hi, my name is Dillon. I have your top play of the week on BTL.
Hey, I'm Haley.
And I'm Steve.
And we're the hosts of Between the Lines.
Tune in Wednesdays and Thursdays at 7.
And Fridays at noon for all the latest breaking KU sports updates.
And remember, being outside the lines only gets you the scores.
But here at Between the Lines, we get you in the locker room.
It's time to take a look back on another eventful weekend in Kutztown sports. The football team traveled to take on Shippensburg and played tough, only to fall 55-30, dropping their record to 1-6. Quarterback Josh Luckenbaugh entered the game in the third quarter and impressed, going 13 for 27 with 124 yards, 2 touchdowns in the air, and a rushing touchdown. The Golden Bears' top receiver was Cody Reed, catching 8 passes for 88 yards and 2 touchdowns, adding on to his team-leading 6 touchdown receptions. The Golden Bears were unable to build upon last week's running game, only rushing for 72 yards and averaging just shy of 2 yards per attempt. Despite giving up 55 points, the Kutztown defense played tough, holding Shippensburg scoreless in the first quarter. Safety Alex Dinolfi hauled in an interception, his first on the year. Defensive end Zach Greenwald had a pair of sacks and 4 tackles in the game. The Golden Bears will try to turn it around when they take on East Stroudsburg in the homecoming game this weekend at 1 o'clock. If you can't make it to the game, it will be broadcast live by KUTV. You can find it on Service Electric Channel 24 in Berks County, Channel 266 in the Lehigh Valley, Hometown Utilicom Channel 28, and PBS Channel 39. You can also watch online at www.ustream.tv/channels/KU-live. Last Friday, the field hockey team took on Mansfield, and despite sophomore Anna Boehm scoring 2 goals, were unable to beat the Mountaineers. Mansfield scored the first 2 goals and prevented the Kutztown Bears from getting on the board until the 32nd minute. At the end of the first half, the score was 3-1, and the Golden Bears came out into the second half playing tough as Boehm scored her second goal of the game in the 47th minute to cut the deficit 4-2. Despite trying to pull out the comeback, the Golden Bears were only able to score one more time to end with a final score of 5-3. The loss would drop Kutztown to 5-7 on the year, but they will look to rebound when they take on the 4th-ranked Westchester Wednesday at 4 o'clock. The soccer team faced IUP and was looking to avoid the second loss in a row. Kutztown played tough. However, the defense prevented the Hawks from scoring until the 33rd minute. The teams went into halftime trailing by a score of 2-0. That proved to be the final score, as neither team was able to do much in the second half. Kutztown will try to put an end to this losing streak when they take on the Allison Brothers Battlers in a home matchup on the 28th at 2 o'clock. The golf team finished 3rd in the PSAC Championship. Madison Beer led Kutztown, carding an 81 on Sunday and finishing the tournament with a 163 and ending up 9th overall. Madison Houseo finished 2 strokes behind in 10th place. At the end of the tournament, Gannon would win at 648 strokes overall. IUP would come in second at 650 strokes, and followed by Kutztown, who finished with 659 strokes. This would be the golf team's last event of the year and will return in the spring. Well, that's all for sports this week. If you would like to read more stats and stories, then log on to kubears.com.
That's all we have for you tonight. We'll see you again next Tuesday.
But Diana, Casey, and the rest of the crew, good night.